This is a review of the 1byONE record player. If you're looking for a good quality, decorative record player that also has Bluetooth capabilities, auxiliary output, this is the record player for you because you can play it self-standing. You can also plug it into a system. The built-in speaker is much better than I expected. I was a little nervous about that, but actually it's a phenomenal speaker for this unit and fills our room with the music, whether we're playing a record, got it connected to our phones through Bluetooth, or we've got it plugged into another unit through the auxiliary. So let me show you just the different features of this record player. The setup is fairly straightforward. Just make sure you follow the instructions that come with this very carefully as you want to calibrate this arm so that it plays the records the way they were intended to be played. So there's some balancing here, but the instructions go through that and they're fairly straightforward in how to do that. So I've got a 33 playing. There is an adapter so you can play 45s. Let's take a closer look at this, including the controls. So you have the setting for the 45, the 33 records. If you have no idea what those are, 33 records are these larger ones, 45s are smaller ones that have an adapter in the center, that this does come with that adapter. And then you've got the volume here. I have it turned down right now. And then you have the Bluetooth. So you just switch that over to Bluetooth and you can connect to it with your phone, tablet, computer, and play music through this and listen to it in the speaker, which is very good, like I mentioned. So to take the arm off, I'm just going to lift up this lever and move it over, and it kind of falls into place. There is a little holder clip here just so that you don't accidentally bump this arm and scratch your record. Then to stop it, I just press that button once and press it again and hold it. And when that red light goes off, it's totally off. You can then take your record off and you can see the one here. There is a felt piece here that you need to make sure to put on. That is what the underside looks like. And there's a belt drive. There's a belt around this underneath. And you want to make sure that that belt is put on properly. And there's a special way to connect the belt to the drive. And then you just slip that cover on, and that helps protect the record so it doesn't get scratched. And just do things in reverse to play the record. So I've got my record here, and make sure that you lift up this lever, move this over, and we want to press it once to turn it on, press it again to get the record spinning. Once the record is spinning, then, and you know that the arm's in the right place, you can lower it down. And I love this, just the mechanical feature of this. I know there's record players out there that have the automatic, you just push a button and it does everything, but this just kind of really brings you back to the old school of using a record player like I did when I was a kid, and we just find that this plays the records beautifully, sound great, and it's just so easy to use. Now, like I mentioned, there's some connections in the back, so let's take this arm off, put it over. I'll put the retaining clip on, press it once, and then I'll press and hold to turn it off. And if we turn this around, here's the back of the record player. You have the power adapter that plugs in here. Then you have a phono versus line out with an auxiliary input. And then you have some auxiliary out plugs, so you can plug it into a stereo amplifier to use this if you wanted to use it with larger speakers. But we're content to use it with the built-in speaker in this. And then of course you've got the plastic lid with the 1byONE logo here on the top. You have the 1byONE logo on the top. This, and then some operating instructions here that you can leave on just so that you know how to operate this. There's a view of the speaker. You have the 1byONE. I love that old school 1byONE feature there, and you can see that this is just very decorative, and so it just goes great on any desk, mantle, cabinet, and just really kind of brings back those old school vibes. So that's my review of the 1byONE record player. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching.